Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure takes us back to the Virginia Capitol Trail, but we're going to start at a different place this time called YWAM Richmond. And so we'll ride through a couple of miles of city of downtown Richmond and then hit the Virginia Capitol Trail just east of Shiplock Park. So that's probably like mile marker, I don't know, 8 or 9, something like that. Then we'll head east on the Virginia Capitol Trail, which is through a lot of the downtown areas, through some construction areas. I know that there's a 7-Eleven that's been torn down, and Virginia Capitol Trail runs right through the parking lot. So we'll see how that construction is going, and we'll see what's going on. I'm riding with Corey again today, and I'm going to take a fairing out there for him. I don't know if we'll put it on this morning. It is a little bit chilly, but I don't know if we have all of the stuff to make sure that it's not going to scratch his frame and things like that. I can't find the rubber grommets. Anyway, gonna ride the Velo today. Looks to be a beautiful day. So here we are at YWAM, getting ready to start. We're in downtown Richmond area. We're gonna head out to the trail. So we ended up putting the fairing on Corey's trike, and it's looking good. Corey's kind of looking like an Eskimo. Come on, say hi to the fans, Corey.
Hi, an Eskimo.
So, you guys have ridden with Corey too. I have no idea what he just said. Anyway, so we're gonna head out here. It's a couple miles through downtown, down to the trail, and we'll get out there. And what's your name?
Lawrence.
And Lawrence is here from YWAM. He's sending us off, and then he's gonna look for us back when we come back for the barbecue later.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. We're gonna head out, and we're gonna get going. Had to do a little reconfiguring on Corey's setup here and move the computer around so we could get the fairing on, but it is on and all is well. So we're about to head out. Now you also notice that Corey is bundled up quite a bit more than me, and that's because I brought the Velo. So I stay out of the wind. So it's gonna warm up nicely today. It's gonna be in the low 70s, I believe, right?
Well, just one thing. We call the Velo a Dutch oven.
Yeah, well, yeah. We do call it a Dutch oven, which is one of the reasons I don't ride it in the summer. Or not a whole lot anyway, especially when it's humid and there's no wind. Ugh. If you recall, 2 or 3 years ago back in the Virginia Capitol Trail, the Cap to Cap trail ride, man, that was, whew, it was a terrible ride. So I'll link that up here and you can check that out. But man, it was a long ride. So one of the things that Corey just noticed is that now that the fairing's on, you can't just hop over the boom and get into the trike like normal. So he asked me if I wanted to film this, and I said, well, sure. So yeah, I mean, the normal way you get on the trike is just not going to work with that big fairing in the way.
So we have to kind of reconfigure things.
So I gotta teach him. There you go. You just step over. See? Yeah. Not a problem at all, huh?
My seat's not locked.
Your seat's not locked?
I gotta lock my seat.
So now you gotta get up. We'll film that too.
Let's practice that. See, look at my seat.
Yeah, his seat moved.
It's not supposed to do that.
Okay, yeah, so just so you know, kids, yeah, make sure to lock your seat in place before you go riding. I think those of us with folding trikes have all done the same thing at one time or another.
Blooper clip.
I think we've all done that. And that is the worst climb, I think, on the whole trail. It's nearly 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles of constant climb. It's much more fun going back downtown. So, good morning.
You've seen all kinds of gadgets, ain't you?
Yeah. What's that?
Going down the 7 miles.
Yeah.
I haven't been out here in ages.
So they're having the Richmond Marathon out here on the Virginia Capitol Trail today, so Corey and I have decided to go ahead and take the Battlefield Loop to get away from the trail, because there's just too many people out here on the trail. So we're gonna head through the battlefields, which you guys have seen before in some of my other videos, and we're gonna get off the trail for a little while, and that's gonna take us back around. We'll loop back around over by Ronnie's Barbecue, which you've also seen in a lot of my videos. And then we can head back downtown Richmond that way. I think we're also going to try a different route, actually going back into Richmond, so we don't have to climb that killer hill that was fun going down, but will be no fun going up. Unless I use the granny gear, which I can do. Maybe we'll climb it just because we can say we did.
Do 2 miles an hour.
Or maybe we'll find a better route. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, so we're going to take the Battlefield Loop now. That is always such a fun hill to go down. It's not as much fun climbing, but the road is nice and smooth, and it's just a beautiful road. Got up to 40 right there. Just so you know, that's kind of what, oh, pardon me, that's kind of what 40 looks like. Topped out right at 40, right at the bottom of the hill, and then started to bleed off speed. But yeah, and the Velo, I mean, it's a really light touch, so it stays under control. Fortunately for me, I have the steering set up just perfectly, so when I get up to those kind of speeds, there's not a lot of wobble. There's not a lot of things going on that make it uncontrollable at higher speeds, which is what these things are designed to do, so it's kind of nice. I have to say the shifter is working out really nice. I'm very pleased with it. This one-click button thing, you know what? I could probably get past the fact that it needs extra batteries when you're out and about, just to make sure. I've not tried the get home gear or anything like that, so but I definitely could see how you could get spoiled and get used to this, especially on that downhill. Using a normal shifter that I had to push, it makes it so your steering is off a little bit when you're running. So I may have to I'm definitely giving this shifter another chance, because even though it's an expensive toy, it's inside of an expensive toy, and it might be converting me to the dark side. because it's just that one click. I mean, with my thumb, so I can hold my camera and do other things. So I may be a convert. Got to turn my bus around. Okay, we are back at YWAM. The barbecue is already fired up and it smells muy delicioso. So I'm really looking forward to that bit. And that was a pretty good ride. The only part that wasn't good was actually climbing back up Fulton Hill, which let's just say I had to use all the low gears. I was down in the very bottom gear in the Velo, and I think Corey was down in the bottom gear on his Trike. But oh, he wasn't. He just told me he wasn't. He was in the high gears. He actually was going up the hills pretty quick. But that was a good ride. Finished with, looks like about 27.5, probably a little bit more because I forgot to turn on the GPS at the start of the ride, but not bad. But what a good ride. So if you ever get a chance to ride downtown Richmond, make sure you do it during the day, of course. But yeah, come on down, do it, ride the trail. A lot of people out on the trail today, they're doing a marathon, so they were all running on the trail. So that's why we took the Battlefield loop around and had a good ride there. Ended up with almost 30 miles, so great ride. All right, so until next time, cheers.